Out, Mom Shadows here. Fashionably late as always, but it is Sunday Bum Day. Another live stream coming. I am sorry about the lateness, all kidding around. I think we'll start. This is where I just wanted to explain something. I appreciate anybody, being a fan of the channel or making artwork. Totally like flattering in a way, you know what I'm saying? However, forgive me because I've always been someone that you can even astrology had. I'm a Taurus. I am very possessive of me, not of other people, not of other people's feelings, not of other people's things or whatever, but my image. I'm very possessive, more than the average bear. So if I come off like a little bit agitated, if people come up with different images for different ideas and everything, like, not a cop out. It's not you, it's me, but I don't feel bad that it's me because it's pretty much what builds me. Like, more or less, like, my ideal of myself is what keeps me like going. So I almost feel bad in a way because I feel like I know like people are trying to help, and this is gonna sound. There's no way for me to not sound like a dick when I say this, but I didn't ask. Like, I don't need help. Like, when it comes to creative things, when it comes to my image, when it comes to anything that I come up for me or my channel, I'm very possessive that it be me. Just because that's my nature. That's how I've always survived. If I had tried to always rely on everybody for every single little women thing I need, then I rely on everybody all the time. So that's just my nature. It's not to be combative, it's not to be insulting. It's just more like that's me. That's how I'm built. I'm intense. I'm me. That's how it is. I care about things. I put like thought to my look. I do a lot of these things and it's for me. And could that be self-serving? Of course it is. It's probably the definition of. However, I'm not going to apologize either. That's just am. Like, that's what makes me strong. That's what makes me who I am. That's what has helped me survive all these years, is just to be like self-assured and self-reliant and self-promoting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind, some of my friends or whatever, if they're promoting an idea I came up with. But if it's an idea that someone else came up with, I'm like 99% sure that I'm not going to approve anything further than just art. Like, if we're talking figures or anything, it's got to be my design. There's no other way. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it's just who I am. So what I want to say, no naming names, no doing nothing like that. I don't want to discourage people either to like tune in or like it's just um sometimes the best ideas should be left to the artist himself, and the artist myself is myself, and I'm the artist himself. So that's how I kind of feel. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but it will always come down to me when it comes to images of me. I don't really think that's weird, but I just thought it's something that maybe need to be said because, um, you know, things and images and stuff can float out there. And like I said, I'm flattered or like really happy that anyone would take such an interest to create anything off of my image. It's definitely flattering, but at the same time, I'd be lying to say if like that's my bag. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to me, I'm the judge, juror, and executioner. You know what I mean? Like, it comes down to me when it comes down to me. So with that being said, don't just get insulted that I'm not like, hey, look, like I have a million ideas for myself. Maybe, again, I use the word narcissistic, maybe, but it's not intended to be that way. It's just more like I know myself better than anyone. So for anyone to make an image of me, I'm initially like critical, and I don't want to be like that, but I am, because the hair is gonna be right, the eye gonna be right, the beard's gonna be right, the shoes, the sweatshirt, the fit, it's all gonna be right because this is all the things I take time and I take effort into putting into, so if you're gonna rock me in a hoodie I never wear, then I'm gonna be like, I never would wear that and I won't approve it for me. I mean, I'd also be lying to say I care if that bothers anybody because I don't. Like I said, I worked hard on myself all these years. Like it's been a lot of trials and tribulations. I'm proud of where I've came. I'm not saying anybody that makes any artwork or anything is like trying to take away from that. But to me, it's very important that I represent me when it comes to my image. So I'm possessive of me. Nothing will change that. I'm not trying to be stubborn, but I am. And pretty much so. I just want to let anyone know out there, like, I'll like it, I'll heart it, I'll say it's a good job. But if it's any image of me and it's supposed to go any further than an image and it's supposed to be like a physical thing, like a figure or anything, it won't happen. It's going to be designed by me. And that's the end all be all. Like, as far as me, I'm the judge, juror, and executioner. Like, I ain't the one that got A+s for working well with others. I try my best, but when it comes to me, it's me. I don't, ego, I don't really care. That's just how I am. I'd be lying if I said anything else. So if I seem a little like not responding or not like thrilled when I'm hit with ideas of like things in myself that like I didn't ask for, like I'm gonna be a little bit crabbity dabbity. That's just me. I don't care. I mean, like, I could just sit here and lie and say I'm a perfect human. Like, I love when everybody makes things about me and just I have no say in it and it just goes up there and everyone promotes it. I could say that, but I'd be lying. Like, it would be a total complete lie. I do care. I care a lot, actually, and maybe I care too much. That's debatable too. But at the same time, like, I'm not gonna argue facts. So. That is my rant on that. I do appreciate everybody, but as far as anything physical or like promoting anything I do, like I'm the Vince McMahon of me. You understand? Like it comes down to me. Like it always goes to me and it always will end with me. If it's about me. If it's about anybody else, do whatever you want. It's about me. I will always be the final boss. No doubt about it. Don't care what anyone thinks. That's just how that's just how the truth works. Not everybody's gonna like it, but it's the truth. So long story long, leave the figures of myself up to me. If you want to do anything else, that's cool. But when it comes down to the final thing, it's not. I just want to be honest. I don't want to like lead anybody on. I will never approve anything that I haven't designed for me, about me. That's what possessive of me means about being possessive of me. I'm possessive. I'm not making excuses. All right, now that I went on that rant. So how was the playlist? Just be chill. I don't know what playlist you're talking about, baby. Hit the likes and subscribe. E-Ross, I appreciate you. Thank you for checking in, as well as Fly the L. welcome guests here on the live stream of Bum. And I always encourage you to check out Fly the L and Waddy together for a hell of a live stream themselves, if I may say so. I need a whole line of super bums. the bum Vengers, the bums to sleep. Judge Bum. Oh, thank you. Bum Dread. I guess Judge Bum. Bum Dread's pretty funny though too. No, all right. Let me refrain a little bit. Like, I don't mind like ideas and stuff like that, but I'm just saying if it's gonna be like landslides of like images or whatever. For one, I'd like to be notified before any of these things are like shared because like again, possessive of me. I want to know what's going on, and like there might be some things I'm like, you know, because I have strong beliefs. If you put a certain symbol or a certain thing on a hoodie and it's designed of me and I don't agree with it, then I'm gonna be insulted because I'm just like that. Like I'm passionate in my beliefs. You know what I mean? Like if I'm designing, like for instance with Wad, he was saying he was doing bootleg wrestlers. It was his idea. He was like, I want to come up with like bootleg wrestlers and stuff. So one day he was talking about nails, and I was like, oh, let me check out the lab and whatever. Went on to Chat GPT, went in there or whatever, and I put 666 on his chest. Now, not to get overly, but as far as my beliefs, that's a very evil number. Did I put it on? Sure, because it's not me. It's not a representation of me. Would I ever put any paraphernalia or anything of myself with 666 on it? No, I would not. But that's my personal belief. I do it for a fantasy character. You bet that sweet bum, baby. Because, like, it's not me. It's outside of me. So I love the outside of me, but when it comes to creativity of me, I'm possessive of me, so leave it to me. He's really not reading the chat today, just be chill. Hey, listen, I had to say this today. Like, I had to start off with the rant. What am I gonna do? Like, it was on my mind, it was bothering me. I'm sorry, I'm getting back to it now. I'm talking about the wrestling playlist, just be chill. Feel bad. Chill gave us wrestling homework, and instead I watched the whole first season of. That's a good idea. I just. I did save to my watch later on YouTube, but haven't watched it yet. I actually need a new TV. Any recommendations? Just check it and rate the match out of 10, Mr. L. You don't have to watch it. Just be chill. No, I'm sorry. I haven't been paying attention to the chat. I really am. I just feel like address an issue and like didn't want it to snowball into anything bigger. Look, I'm not delusional, I'm pretty much just a dude like anybody else, I've gained a good amount of subscribers, I think, and I obviously need that number to improve to consider this anything of like not a hobby and more of a career. So the point isn't even here. I'm just on here because I like talking about wrestling figures like y'all. I just like chatting with people and whatever. I haven't seen a thin dime from this, nor shall I, until something comes to fruition and then makes it um, feasible, even as a quote unquote career. So I'm just here, man. I mean, like, so it's not like I'm like, I'm protective of my image because I'm a big superstar. No, it's just me. It's just I went through a lot. I don't need to go through the whole story again. But I feel to come out of it. It's just my nature. Like, I won't tell people what to do. I won't, you know, if people ask for my advice, I'll give it, but I'll order anyone to do anything. That's all human will. That's all free will. That's up to the person. But in turn, I take that maybe too, arguably, maybe too seriously, where it's like, my image is mine. How I look is me. What I do is me. And anything physical out there I produce is me. Like pictures, ideas, that's all cool. And like, honestly, I'd be like arrogant not to say that, like, that's pretty damn flattering. So I do appreciate it. However, I don't want like anything to be misconstrued if I'm not having an overwhelmingly like happy faces and confetti reactions or whatever. It's just because I'm truly not. I appreciate it, but at the same time, like I said, I love ideas about me to be with me and left with me and then be executed with me. So when it comes to me, I'm all about me. Other people, it's a different story. It's like, I would never tell somebody like they have to do something. If they ask my advice, I'll tell them what I do, but never saying like, you shall obey me. I'm not that type of person. But I guess where the possessiveness can blame it on the Taurus, you can blame it on whatever, but like, I'm possessing me really bad. I did just go the bum red machine and check my comment there. Cool. But if your Patriots win today, they'll probably in the Super Bowl after Nick's injury. Yeah, I heard that. How can I put this? Yeah, there's a way where I'm like, I don't wish anybody to get hurt. But if we're just looking at it, yeah, of course, a part of me was like, sweet, we're in. It sucks for Knicks. I feel bad for him. Honestly, though, like, the win would be much more satisfying with the Knicks at the helm. That way we know we beat, like, their guy or whatever. And you never know in the NFL. Denver could put out. Denver's a hard place to play in. Although they got Stidham, one of our former lackeys or whatever. Hey, crazier things have happened. So as much as I love New England Patriots, being from New England, there's nothing ever in the NFL that's 100%. So I'm not going to be overconfident. But, yeah, that obviously helped the Patriots' cause for a easier walk into the Super Bowl. We'll see what the NFC has to hold, we'll see what the competition is. But yeah, as far as the AFC, even if I wasn't a Patriots fan, it'd be kind of foolish not to say the Patriots are gonna, be there. Come on now, it says chill, get a check. Now, you don't have to watch, it's just scroll down, fly. Autocorrect suggested Super Bowl Bowl, which is strangely fitting for bum. Super Bowl, ouch. Pats versus Bears. What? Actually, I said that before too, and like, since like people like Fly the L and Waddy and everybody are fans, are Chicago fans, I said how fitting. That would be great. You know what I mean? At least we'd have friendly competition with each other to a degree, but for some fun and just see who pulls it out. You know what I mean? Pats vs. Bears is actually what I'm rooting for. Since I've been doing live streams, since I've been talking to, like I said, Waddy, Fly the L, who are Chicago fans, I was like, well, hell, I might as well root for my buddies' teams on the other side. And then when we come to the Pats, we come to the Super Bowl. Of course, I'm on the New England side there, and the Chicago side. May the best men win. And let's just do it like that, but friendly. No hate, no hate. But by the way, and because I might be forced to root for the Pats, I guess I could root for the Bears too. Check it out, Fly. The playlist. Okay. Still wanting the 49ers to show up. They must have thought their game was on Sunday. Shadows, what a humble gentleman. Hey, appreciate you. Humble, gentle bum, that too. The bum is just as gentle. Bah-bum. Bah-bum. That's how I am at Christmas. Don't disappoint me now, Fly. I'll just be chill. Holy cow. List is long. No, you know what? Just be chill. I will check it out. It actually puts me on my next subject. I've been trying to build like a following on Instagram because on YouTube I got like 4.7 something thousand followers. And I go on YouTube. Then I go on Instagram and it's like I get like 42 followers. So what I've been trying to do is real wrestling clips to try to bring some like followers or whatever. So, with that being said, I gotta go back to things but I've been watching a lot of WWF superstars from the 90s, which is a pleasure for me, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, I've been doing a lot of that to gain some clips and everything. I've been trying to build the IG Instagram a little bit, thinking maybe I can pull some people from over there onto the YouTube or vice versa or whatever. So far, it's been working not like a charm. Got a decent amount of views. I get like 200 something views each video, but like the followers aren't coming in like the floodgates. They're coming in like a drippity, drippity, drip, 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 like that. It's a good list, Just Be Chill says. It's unique. Looks like a lot of matches that a lot of people didn't see, which is good, says Flydio, as he's talking to Just Be Chill. Just Be Chill has a list of some matches. If there's a way, Just Be Chill, if you want to put that link in the chat, like, go for it. Or, I don't know if you got my email. Send me a link to, send it to shadows@yahoo.com. That's my email. I don't know what that nose move was. Maybe a little bewitched, but. And with Peacock losing WWE content, I need to source more wrestling on YouTube. Fly the L. The WWE, WWE Vault, WCW channel or whatever, they are pumping them out pretty good. Like, they are putting out a lot of stuff. Like, for instance, this morning earlier, I watched Survivor Series 91 Showdown, which I seen the one in 92, 93, 94. I didn't even know there was a 91 Survivor Series Showdown. Or if I did, I forgot about it many moons ago. So I watched that this morning, and to me, it was like all new matches and everything. I recognized the promo with like Jake the Snake and everything, so they probably took the highlight from that. But the matches I didn't recognize. And WCW is pointing out things. I admit the control that used to be had of just going like a certain date to a certain month, a certain year, hitting the play button, be able to see whatever you want, you know what I mean? That joy is unfortunately seemed to be taken from us. So it's like YouTube will post it, you gotta kind of catch it. That's why I've sort of made my IG content a little more sporadic, because I can't go to like a certain date and guarantee I'm gonna get every episode of Superstars in a sequential order or whatnot. Is there a bottomless bum, if you will? Thank you. I can't. I already sent the link to the Big Bum Red Machine post you posted on YouTube. I said, oh, wear it up. Yeah, I'll do it over there. I'm not talented enough to do it while I'm on stream, but definitely after this, I'll be looking for something to watch. I was going to go through some more superstars, but it's probably good to take a break. And I remember off my head, let me see if I'm right. You don't see, look, nope, tricks. FTR versus Briscoes, double dog collar match. Just be chill, am I on it? I know I gotta check that out. I've been lacking, but I do remember the match. I've kept it in mind and will be entertaining that puppy soon. Just be chill, fly. My wrestling knowledge is pretty darn big considering the list. You live stream, chill? Yeah, do you live stream? Inquiring minds want to know. I will check that out. And if chill, if you didn't know, our boy Fly the L there is a hell of a live streamer himself with my buddy Waddy. I think he's pretty much like the co-host now. So pretty much like Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, check out Fly the L and Waddy, by the way, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So him asking you is quite the compliment, baby. But I'm waiting for the answer, actually. Do you live stream, show? We need to know. Well, maybe. Oh! Well, let's turn that maybe to a yes, baby. Maybe to baby to yes. Just be chill. I think you should do it. And you should definitely... Yeah, why not? I mean, dude, I know you said you're a younger dude, but you got a lot of knowledge on you, brother. So I'd say go for it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? And then you can also tell the people about also too these matches like the dog collar matches and such that old timers like myself missed or didn't see. So it's worth a shot, man. Go for it. Go watch, man. I'll jump in the chat, brother. So just be chill. Let me know. You can live stream, do it. Down the line, I want to figure out how to like invite people on. I've been slacking on that. It'd be cool to have Fly the L and Waddy and or BBA or Just Be Chill, whatever on. Maybe Ross wants to do one, but that will be figured out this year. I'm still getting in the flow of things. I think I might keep this noon time slot for Sunday. I like the 7 p.m.s on Tuesday and Friday. And maybe that's the lineup. And I'll just leave it at that. I wanted something consistent instead of just like live impromptu, which is fun, but you know, I do want to, you know, gain an audience of people that like want to talk about wrestling or whatnot and know what time to do it at as opposed to like having a check or crap. Dang, it won't let me post a list onto your playlist in here. Weird, right? Yeah. But I wear a mask when I live stream, though. Hell yes. There you go, baby. You need something going on. I mean, like, we can all just be dudes on here talking about wrestling, but, like, with myself, blind in the right eye, I said, well, gonna use a disadvantage to my advantage because I can cover one eye, and then if people say, like, are you faking? Nope. It's actually 100% legitimate. So I put it part of a costume. Same with like the gloves, like the hard working bum hands and through a bit. I said, well, let's put some gloves on these bad boys. Then I can maybe switch colors or do some different things. The hoodies, the same. I love wearing hoodies. I got a million hoodies, you know. So anything that works for you, bro. You know what I mean? Do a mask, do whatever, do face paint. Face paint would be cool. I haven't seen much of that. Yeah, you should face paint, chill. Do the Darby Allin, like the half skull. May I stick to the persona and wear a chill guy costume like the profile pic on the live streams. There you go. Bro, it's like whatever you're comfortable with. Like, honestly, I could have figured out a way. Because, like I've said before, everyday life, I wear like glasses. I don't cover the blind eye because with glasses, it's not as noticeable. Without glasses, it's more noticeable. Because, like I've said before, this eye's a little smaller, a little more set back because of the diabetic retinopathy. So, not that I care about sharing it because on my personal Facebook it's all over the place, but like as far as a character for Bum, I said, well, disadvantage making an advantage. So like today I went with the bandana, I do the eye patch usually. I like to do this as just kind of like a variant character, you know what I mean? Plus I'm just go Patriots. I love my black and white Patriots hoodie. Wait, Pat the Patriot hiking the ball like it always should be. None of this flying Elvis crap. On the live streams. Oh, E. Ross has got the links going, baby. E. Ross in the house, man. Otherwise, though, looking forward to a lot of things. Like I said, I tried to do one of those bomb opener things, the opening match reviews that I did on CCW, but the fact of the matter was, whether it be my camera or the actual footage, the combination of both just made it too crappy of an experience, really, where you really couldn't tell what people were doing because it was recorded off like your average 1999 handheld camera, maybe even a big boy on the shoulder from like '86, but it's like really rough footage. So I'm just gonna delete that crap. It was CCW. I think I reviewed the match on the live stream. Not it. The crazy thing was, I went out and I'm like, oh, CCW, okay, so people are gonna be sawing each other's flesh off and like eating each other's like scalps and whatever, shoving forks up each other's bums. But this was a really good three match, so I'll shout it out one more time. It was the Grim Reaper, which I love that name. Mike Mayhem, and then Main Events, who I couldn't stand that guy, and glad he got eliminated first. So three-way dance is called CZW Get It On 1999. If you want to check it out, it's the first match on the card. I was gonna review it, do a bum opener, do my whole announce gig over it, but the visuals are just too poor. Like I tried pausing it. I tried taking it while it was live. I know I could rip the clips, but the clips are so crappy originally that I'd have to like restore them and all that crap. So I'm too lazy for that and not talented enough to know how to do that. So I'm gonna move on, baby. So we'll see what's coming. But I will do another bum openers. I love doing that. Which, if people haven't seen it, opening match review from like '90s wrestling, and pretty much I put on a myself slash imitation Vince McMahon like call or Vince McMahon imitation call on the mat. So I don't know. I find it entertaining. Hopefully you would too. That should be coming up. There's going to be, actually, I meant to announce a draft for the Bum Wrestling Fig Fed coming up soon. As figures that making a Fig Fed would be impossible. There would not. I'd have to have like a 42 match card. So I'm thinking of maybe drafting about 50 dudes. Maybe sans announcers too. I want like 50 talents. I want enough to feel like a Royal Rumble and then some. So I think there'll be a 50-man. I'll change it if it needs to be, but for now, a 50-man Bum Wrestling Fan Fig Fed, which involves Hasbro, which involves zombies, which involves even Title Run toys. And so a KWK. Oh, I got them all coming here. Cella Epic. It's like one of the promos. Grapplers and gimmicks. And so on and so forth. You know? Epic toys. This part awesome, by the way. So, they'll all be school, written by hand on a piece of paper, cut into little stupid squares, put into the Shawn Michaels sexy boy hat. That's the like merch one with the leather with the like white zebra stripe on it. I'm gonna throw all the names in that sexy boy and then pull them out, baby. And it'd be, or maybe a combination of the imitation Vince McMahon or imitation Jack Tunney at the podium, like making the draft picks, announcing the draft picks. There might be like special. I'm gonna get like a podium stage like setup, and then have like the people sort of like the draft in real life, but they'll stand at the podium, announce, and with the first pick in the bomb draft, I choose T'Chaka. Or something like that. Or if it's Jack Tunney, like, and with the second pick, choose the Barbarian. It's gonna be fun, damn it. It's coming this year. It will probably realistically be in the summer to the fall, because I literally have to clean up all my crap that I made a mess of and then make a permanent setup. Not a permanent or semi-permanent setup where the ring, the crowd, whatever is all like stationary, and then I can have the interview area ever, because when I did it last time I just kind of like guerrilla maneuvered it. And just kind of like did something here, did something there, did something here. I kept the ring set up, but it wasn't enough, you know, like, so once I get my S together and get together, it's going to be a damn good time for the Fig Fed. I love the Fig Fed. If you haven't checked it out, go back in the damn bum archives, baby, and look at Bum Wrestling Fan Fig Fed. There's plenty of footage there. And believe me, I know a lot of the sound is off. I was like learning on the fly. So for sound quality, I'd probably recommend Bummer Slam 2024, my last event. So obviously I'd improved on like the sound. Like it's more like the levels, like the crowd, the music, the whatever. So I've been just learning kind of on my own. I got a buddy, Chris Dreyer, you know, he's on the channel a lot, that does it a lot. And I watched some of his videos, asked him a few questions, but more or less I've tried to just learn on my own, you know, and see what I can come up with. And I've been learning things, man. I've been learning things. So I think 26 Bum Wrestling Fan Fig Fed is going to be spectacular. Go subscribe to Just Be Chill, which I gotta do when I get off the screen. I didn't know he was doing OG content, baby. Yeah, if any of you are putting out content and I miss subscribing, like let me know, or if I just miss subscribing anyway and you plan on doing OG content, like I'll definitely subscribe. So yeah, any of you, Fly the L, you're doing OG content, E Ross, Just Be Chill. I know obviously Waddy is doing his own thing, and BBA and such, but any rest of the fellas out there, you get OG content, I will gladly subscribe and check it out and like it and do a cartwheel once in a while if I'm limber enough. So for sure, man. It's all about that figure love, baby. It's all about the community that we're in, you know what I'm saying? And even if we're not in the mainstream community, I think we got our own little nook and cranny right here that will eventually blow a bigger deal, whether it's Waddy or BBA or myself or a combination of the three. I think something's bound to break through soon, so keep an eye out. First pick is gonna be Macho Man. Or or it's gotta be Kane. Learning on the fly. Oh, nice, dude. How was not a dad with that joke? I don't know. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's funny though. Shadows, of course, man. Dad jokes. I'm lazy, but I do like streaming. Maybe eventually have my own show. Hell yeah, bro. I'm be punny. Nah, dude, you do great. You do great. You do great with Waddy. Like I said, with you, which you mentioned before, like be chatty Cathy or whatever, which was funny. But that's exactly, you get exactly the type of energy for a live stream, though, because there's no, this is not an insult. There's no dead air. Like you constantly get information going, coming, going, taking it in, going. You're even able to, which I haven't seen like any of the other live streamers do. You participate in the chat while you're on the live stream, which I think's awesome. Like when I was doing them with Waddy, I was like, I wonder like if I could jump in the chat and do something like that, and you did it, and that's awesome, dude. Like I thought that was like a great little touch because Waddy's explaining what he's explaining, and it's great, and he does a great job and everything. But then the chats start piling up, but then you're able to like comment with them while he's explaining what he's explaining. You got the backup, and then when he's done with his idea, you might bring it up, or you might already. What I'm just trying to say is, you guys work great together, and I love you. Oh my god, no, no, I do love you platonically, and you do a great job. So good job. So was the title of pilot plus Fly and Eric. Great joke. Oh baby. All right, y'all. Might be my witching hour. I see that 45 minute on the horizon. I think this might be a decent spot for a live stream. I mean, like, honestly, with my personal anxiety and everything, like, waiting till 7 on is, like, pretty rough. Because usually during the week, I got, like, things to do during the day. So by the time 7 rolls around, I'm almost, like, not ready because I'm like, oh, crap, I just got home. It was, like, 5 o'clock. I gotta, you know. On a Sunday, though, I'm here, and it's just, like, waiting. So for my own selfish purposes, I moved it down to noon. And that's the story about that. And Friday, read the great joke in Rorschach's voice from Watchmen. Oh man. What I gotta say? Oh yeah. So today's Sunday. So Tuesday at 7 p.m. I'll be back. I know I didn't do a unboxing today, but there's a reason for that. I'm waiting on a few items in the mail. I should be. It works out. Doing the Sandman battle, baby. The USA Sandman from Mummy Sailor that, yes, took a while to get. I think it was more than a year. Versus this man, Hastel's version of Sandman, which is more like semi-recent because he's got that barbed wire tattoo around his arm. So maybe more of a ECW mid-2000s Sandman. However, I'm going to compare them both anyway because they're both Sandman. And I've been holding on to that USA Sandman in the box, waiting for Hastel to drop in, man. I'm also going to have a battle of the Ahmed Johnsons. I pre-ordered Hastel's Ahmed. I got the zombie one waiting to go. So there'll be a battle of the Ahmeds, battle of the Sandman. I'm also waiting on a few items from KWK. I should be getting Buldacano. I should be getting Well Done. So I'm sort of just waiting on that. So today I just wanted to kind of address things, nothing bad. Just put things how they go and just with y'all and everything. And yeah, I'll definitely see y'all Tuesday. Hold up. Oh, what are we getting this week? I think I'm finally getting King Haku from Big Rubber Guys. Oh man, Haku. Oh, you got that for you. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Haku is awesome, man. And like, I do have that like Cella Retro that's rare, but it's definitely small. So I'm hoping that the Islanders is gonna like make up for it. I definitely pre-ordered that as far as LJNs go, but wow, that's a awesome, dude. So good for you. You get a lot of limited ones, but to get the Haku one is definitely I loved Haku before I even knew he was like a tough guy monster. That just kind of in his whole legend, but I thought he was cool just as a wrestler anyway. So hats off to Haku. I saw him like he was in the audience for the John Cena thing, so he's just like sticking around. He's got his sons in the game. Awesome. But I'm thinking gonna say on that note, not a haiku, but a haku. This has been another bum live stream, but there's always other languages, other sentences, other ways to just say, keep bombing.